Today we're taking you to Legoland California. Remember to give yourself buffer time for parking if you're coming right at the opening because lines can be long. And we'll do sea life and dinner tips at the end. When you first come in, you're going to see this big Lego dinosaur. If you want to go to the Ninjago area, head to the right. If you want smaller kids areas, go to the left, and you can use the app, which is actually very helpful, or you can use this manual, old school information. Stop right here, take a picture, whatever you want to do. But as you go along, you'll see some fun, colorful animals. This is also the area where the coast ride comes later, so it may look familiar to you if you're going this way first. But as you walk by, there is a big Lego store at the front to the right here. They're also waving at you, and I was actually surprised that the Legos in there are similarly priced to the stores like Target. So good thing there. And we are going first to the Ninjago area. We wanted to go on Ninjago the ride because it is different from a lot of the other rides out there in the sense that it is interactive and not things that we can go all the time, but the app says an hour wait time. The app is also useful for things like that, where it tells you what the ride times are. And while you wait, there is a lot of interesting things, and playing instructions are given to you, which is smart because then you can just practice of what you're supposed to do once you actually get on. Although there is still a little bit of time, but the videos also help kids pass the time as you wait. And now let's grab some of those good-looking 3D glasses. How do I look? Yeah? Okay, well, I'll need them anyway. We're about to get on. Woohoo! We are on, got our glasses on. We need to leave this middle one open because apparently it's broken. This is where the score will come up, so let's go!
Welcome to Ninjago, everyone.
Okay, here's the score at the end. I think I did pretty well. What do you think? And I think our car did quite a bit better based on the pictures and score at the end. And of course, most big rides exit into a toy shop, so just be aware of that. We came out with no additional toys. I don't know that many other families did because we saw a lot of people with stuff. Look, they're doing ninja training.
Here we go. I'm gonna count to 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Punch, kick, punch.
Now, this is right next to the 4D movie theater, and so I know this is hard to see, but there's about 4 different films, so if you want to catch a different one, you can, and of course you have your fun 3D glasses that are super attractive.
Wait, Legoland? It's not like the mysterious invitation saying.
Let me see it. You and yours are invited to a sneak preview of Brick World. Brick World is a completely unauthorized Lego movie theme park located next to but not associated with Legoland. For legal protection, this invitation has been written on a ghost. I guess we're not going to Legoland.
Ah, man!
scared me. Hey, come on, guys. Try to have an open mind. I bet you Brick World will be as fun and exciting as Legoland. Oh my gosh! Prepare to be crackled! Kidding. Totally lemon water. Harmless to anything except any and all electronic devices. Greetings, protagonist.
Whoa, wait! Don't you guys want to see the park together?
No! This is so cool! Where's my room? Right over here. Emmett's breakfast with a plant merry-go-round. Merry-go-round? Prepare yourself for complete non-rotation as you sit on a stationary couch and eat breakfast with a plant? Just like in the movie! Well, that's not the only thing.
All right.
Pretty cool, huh? What do you...
Off to our next ride. It is April. There are a lot of people here for spring break. There are tons of rides, but I'm just letting you know that we are prioritizing ones that we cannot normally ride at Great America because we do have a pass there, and a lot of rides are very similar. Like this one that goes around. There's ones that go around at Great America. There's also this roller coaster looking thing that is Psycho Mouse-esque. If you've heard of Psycho Mouse at Great America, this is what it looks like. So we are going to the next ride, but there is this pretty cool playground actually right next to it where you can launch balls at other kids that are in there. I don't think it hurts, but we saw a lot of launching going on. So this interactive ride is the next one we are going on, and it is super nice that it's a long wait, but there's a kid waiting play area, and we are eating our salmon onigiri while we wait. And it's finally our turn. In this one, we're going to be shooting at targets, so we've got our little guns ready, and we gotta go hit some of those targets. It's those really tiny circle areas, which are pretty hard to hit, actually. So let's give it a try.
Oh, I got one.
We are moving on to the castle area or the medieval rides area. There's all sorts of rides over here as well as different food places. I think there's a brisket place or a barbecue place. There's also different rides for bigger kids and smaller kids alike, like this dragon roller coaster that bigger kids could go on. There's also a little joust ride to the left that kids can go on. It is a pretty long wait because it's one kid at a time, but here's the smokehouse. So if you want barbecue, there's some there. But here's the joust ride. It looks pretty fun. Most kids have fun. My older one went on it the last time we were here and had fun. It's just a pretty long wait every single time. I do like Legoland in that when you're walking around, there's just fun things like this where everything is made out of Legos and a ton of Legos at that, but it's just fun to walk around and see all the different creations that people have made. And here's a photo opportunity. Like many other areas, there's just photo opportunities all around. There's also these interactive things for little kids to be able to control cars and carnival type of games. There's some here, there's some other places, and also big playgrounds. This one is a bigger playground where tons of people can go in. Fun for big kids and small kids alike. seeing this employee also reminded us that we brought figures to trade. This is one of the cool things about Legoland, that you can bring a figure to trade with any employee. Also, a very popular apple fry snack. It's only sold here. It's basically like apple pie, Granny's apple fries. And as you go down from here, we are going to the little submarine ride. It also says no line on the app, so that is a bonus. And again, cool Lego figurines, just a fun place for kids that love Legos to be immersed in it everywhere you go. And stroller parking in a lot of places because you can't take them in. And another cool thing, that there's just kid waiting areas. And if you have to wait, you can wait in line while your kids build around here. It is high touch during COVID, but also a nice way to occupy your kids, as well as these videos as you progress in line. They kind of give a story behind the ride, which is kind of fun, and occupy the kids with TVs. We're almost there. We can see where people are loading. Again, just a cool atmosphere of getting you in the mood of going into a submarine. And it is our turn. So we are heading in and taking our seats. Pick your seat, and there's little holes to look through as well as big windows. And you see all different kinds of fish, which is super cool. And you have a little game where you tap this when you find some of those items in the water, and it'll give you points. It'll light up if you actually identify something. So let's go look. Hey, we see an oyster. That is on our list, so we are going to hit that button, and it's green because we were right. Although I did realize that we saw the crown on that crab back there, and we totally forgot to hit it. Oh, but we also see the art. Yay, great find. As you can see, it's just kind of a fun interactive thing too, as you're looking at fish, you're looking at the Lego creations, and it's just a game. Enjoy! And as you exit into a store. Again, you can pick different bricks in this one by color. There's also sets, all sorts of stuff. But I think we're entering one of my favorite areas, also because there's no line. It's just all walking through and looking. But it's the Miniland with all these different Lego creations of different cities, different city scenarios. But the first one that we are looking at coming from this way is San Francisco, which is close to home. So that is kind of just a fun thing. There's New York in the far side over there, across. You have to go around to go see it. There's a bunch of different famous cities, big cities, but we are starting our way from here. There's the Golden Gate Bridge. Ghirardelli Square, for those that are familiar, even cable cars, and they're motorized. So it's just kind of a fun thing to look at. And if you have been to some of these cities, it's just exciting to see how they have recreated that into a little miniature land. And here's Pier 39. And they've captured the shops, the merry-go-round, the different activities that are here in San Francisco, along with the Victorian houses, Coit Tower. How neat is this? Then you also have Washington, D.C. with a marching band right in front. It's pretty neat, I'm gonna have to say. Here we're entering the Walk of Fame, where there are heads of people, famous people made with Legos. You had George Washington there, you have Shakespeare coming up. There are a bunch of different people that it's kind of fun to look at and talk about why these people are famous. Now we've come back to the Ninjago area next to the Coast Cruise. It's the other side of Ninjago, but
and believe it or not, Rocky is just a kid. Do you know what his dad says to him every morning before he goes to Lego school? Bye, son.
What's that? Where's the elephant?
Looks like you guys get a special treat today. Our Mardi Gras elephant is supplying you guys with some liquid refreshment. Don't worry, only if your seats are gray do you get wet. Mine's red, so I'm cool. You guys brought towels, right? Most phones are waterproof by now anyway. Maybe that's only on the weekends then. Yeah, you know what guys, to this day, I cannot figure out why he just doesn't Lego. So as we round the corner, the next leg of our journey comes into view, London, England. Right up front is the London Eye. Adjacent to that is what's most commonly known as Big Ben. Big Ben is actually the bell inside. At India's Taj Mahal. Built in the 17th century, it took 22,000 people 20 years to build. Ours didn't take quite that long, but it does boast 143,000 Lego bricks. Now that iconic structure up ahead means only one thing. We are going to Paris, France. And oui, my friend, that is the Eiffel Tower. Eiffel Tower stands at 17 feet and was built with 117,000 Lego bricks.
Picking on George. Oh, come on, Lincoln. Where's your sense of humor?
It's been 407 years since you said something funny, Teddy. And it'll be 74 years until you do again. Just ignore them, George. What?
New York cityscape. Uncertain though how much longer those buildings are going to stay standing in Jurassic New York. looks like we got some action coming up on the left-hand side. I believe that's Gulliver. Might be having a problem. And I think a little plastic surgery canceled. Here we go. Bringing us into port are the salty tunes of the Octopus Band. Featuring Paul McSharkney on the guitar. Ringo Starfish on the clams. You guys ever check them out on YouTube? They go completely wild. It is amazing.
This is the safari car ride in the kid area. There's also a dino dig area where you dig stuff up in the sand, great for toddlers. Some more carnival type games in this section as well. But this is where I haven't been yet, and so we want to go. It's the new Lego Movie World zone that has opened up since our last time we were here, made to look like Lego Movie. Let's take a look around. We're first going to stop in the store because we want to see if we can trade a figure. We haven't found an employee with one on their badge yet, and so we are hoping that the store employee at the cashier has something, and we are in luck.
Anyone from here?
Which guy? Thank you. Let me see. Oh. Inside you'll find a lot of figurines from the movie itself, which is neat to see, kind of a behind the scenes, because there are some scenes from the movie and a lot of the Legos that were used. There's also some explanations of how they did things, so take a look around if you like this kind of thing. As we come to a different part, here's Rex. I think it's Rex. And you can take a picture with the green screen. And if you want to purchase, it comes out like this. It's up to you. And now we're back outside. And we are going to head to this place where you can build freely with Legos that are provided here. So if you have kids that don't really like rides, you can come play with all the different Lego pieces that are in here. Mind you, they're all pretty similar pieces, so you'll have to know what to build, I guess. But once you build something, you can put it on that back wall, and there were some pretty neat things that were on that back wall that people had built, and they do get cleared from time to time, but you get some of these neat things, names, objects. What would you build and put on that wall? And lucky for us, we found Andy, who worked here, that had another thing to trade with as well as on his name tag. We're not going in here because the kids are bigger now, but this is Duplo Town where there are rides for smaller kids. So if you have smaller kids, definitely go in there and check out the train and other rides that are made for smaller kids. We are heading up to the driving school, where there is a driving school for younger kids, I think under 6, and bigger kids older than 6. And so we are at the bigger school age now. So it's a one-stop shop and we're finally there. It was a long line for this too, but the kids are out there driving somewhere. Hopefully we get to see them. They did teach you about traffic rules while you were waiting. And I see him. Here he comes. Coming ever so slowly. Oh, I think I see him, but it stopped. And they have acquired their licenses. Oh yeah, China fast. It's true. Yeah, buddy, good job. Hi, buddy. And we didn't make it to these rides this time, but here are a few more from the last time we were here that you could ride with smaller kids.
Now somebody scream!
We have a hopper pass, so we are going to Sea Life. I'm not going to do a full video in this one because it'll be too long. I'm going to make that a separate video, but I will give you some quick snippets in this one. Comment to let me know that you want to see another Sea Life specific video, but it was also a pretty neat place where you got to see different sea animals, you got to touch different sea animals. They even had an activity so that you can follow along. And look at this ginormous fish right here. This guy was pretty cool. And again, it has all sorts of Lego creations in the water, which makes it fun. But that's it for Sea Life. One last tip for you is I highly recommend going to Karl Strauss Brewery after you're done. If you enjoyed this, like, comment, share, subscribe, and see you next time.